In this 5 series of Pinoy food hopping in Finland, I will take a closer look on how these Filipino restaurants took on the challenge of sharing a sliver of Filipino culture to the meticulous taste of the Finnish people. Kainan is a Filipino buffet restaurant in the city of Espoo, a city that is part of the greater Helsinki metropolitan area. It all started when Eloisa Stahlberg, a Filipino entrepreneur, began to realize that it's time for her to have her own food business after working in a Chinese buffet restaurant for years. Together with her husband, they opened up Kainan Filipino buffet restaurant.
Mga Pilipino kumakain ng buffet kasi nga sa value ng money kasi syempre pag nagbayad ka ng let's say mga 10, 11, 12 euros parang yung iba siguro nagko-convert pa rin na yung marami sila dapat nakakain.
Oo, kasi paano sinasabi nila mga Finnish ko parang small portion.
Small portion.
Pero ang Pinay talaga
Oo, siyempre.
Mas big yung kailangan sa ibig.
In the beginning, there were some tentative feelings from the locals. After all, what is Filipino food anyway? With a dash of patience and a great amount of persistence, slowly the locals, sip by sip, bite by bite, have gotten used to the Filipino flavors.
Una, pag-try nila, parang natatakot sila tingnan. Pero pag na-try nila, wow, parang straight feedback agad sila. Una sabi na, hindi pala ganun kaanghang. Akala nila maanghang lahat ng pagkain natin. Tapos talagang tinuturo nila, iniisa-isa nila yung dish na sarap na ito, sarap. Iba-iba talaga ng flavor profile. Kasi pag sinabi mong grill sa atin, lamb or barbecue, magkaiba talaga sa dish na halimbawa ng stew. Kahit sabihin mong parehong stew yan, halimbawa meron akong Bicol Express sa stew din, tapos meron akong caldereta. Para silang stew pero magkaibang lasa.
But just like any other Filipino restaurants here in Helsinki, there are some limitations in making the recipe closer to the original Filipino taste.
As much as possible, ginagawa kong authentic. Hanap ako ng supplier. Kasi hindi talaga lahat available pag sinabi mong authentic kasi authentic, kailangan ito yung normal katulad niyan, yung kare-kare ko ngayon. Dapat petchay na normal. Hindi available sa supplier ko, wala akong mahanap.
So hinanapan mo na ng ibang.
And once they have addressed the hesitance and the limitations, they made sure that all prices are light in the pocket.
Sobrang affordable. Before, medyo nataasan sila. Kung ginawa kong 10, 50, kahit araw-araw pwede na akong kumain dito.
Actually, hindi mo na nag-iba sa Filipino taste. Yung kanilang pakbet, nandun yung certain hint of bitterness noong ampalaya. And manamis-namis yung kanilang kalabasa. The next dish that I have to try is, my favorite actually is cabeche. So tuna, this is actually maya-maya sa atin, yung kanilang escabeche. And again, this is my favorite. So hindi siya masyadong maanghang. I like the hint of sweetness as well. And again, lasang-lasa yung freshness ng isda. Ito yung nagre-remind sa akin ng home cook feel of flavor kapag naalala ko yung kabataan.
So I would say that it's quite refreshing, at least in Finland. So we find a lot of the tastes are quite pure. So you see a lot of salt and pepper, and a lot of, I would say, the fats and acids kind of coming together with the food. So you don't need to really that much throw it in with chili spice or something else that kind of overpowers the flavor. So you can see a lot of natural flavors done. So you see that the cuts might be a little different, and the use might be a little different than, for example, for Chinese cuisine or Finnish cuisines. always coming back here. I think the location is awesome, and then we don't really have a lot of Filipino cuisine, so the flavors we get here are quite unique. So we sense it's authentic, or at least as close as it can be in Finland. The atmosphere is very low key, so you can kind of see that it's loose and very relaxed. So it's kind of very nice to come at lunch hours and even on the evenings.
But in the end, it's not about how close it is to the version back home, nor how it's light in the pocket, but it's how you serve the Filipino warmth in every bite.
Even though Asian food siya, pero
May mga subtle,
ando pa rin yung
taste.
puso ng Pilipino, kumbaga.